All right, what's up, guys? We've got some special league matches today. The kind of moment in time I chose to show you guys is I had a nice little win streak to get into Conk for the first time. Um, Still early yet. I'm hoping to finish Guardian if possible, but we'll just kind of see how it goes. So let's take a look at the action, what we're looking at here. My teams are going to be very similar because that's kind of what I've ruined. And we'll pause it at the pick ban. We'll talk about the strategy and then some of the things that I'm kind of trying to do during the special league. So I open with Fran, who has even more value than normal in 20 star, which is ridiculous because she's a first pick in regular arena. Let's pause it here. So what makes her even better in 20 star is she's 3 stars. So she's not only fantastic as a support, a stunner, a cleanser, immunity, attack buff, healer. Did I leave anything out? I don't think so. But now she's also the budget-friendly option. She's 3 of your 20 stars. So in my opinion, why wouldn't you pick her? I would pick her first every time, no matter what. Plus, she has some of my best runes. She has a lot of people's best runes. So anyway, they respond with Orion Raccoon, which I think is a good response. The Orion, maybe not, but the Raccoon I think is fantastic, again, because he is something used in normal 5 stars allowed, LD 5 stars allowed RTA. And so to get a 3-star value out of a unit like that is fantastic. The Orion's not bad. It suggests sort of a cleave, and it ended up not being a cleave team. So I don't know. I respond with Triana Ager. My options are somewhat limited by what I have ruined, and these are units I used last season for real all the time. So being able to get them, and budget lock my opponent is great. So I was really happy about that. They respond with Sierra Diana, perfectly normal. I go with Antares and Perna, basically responding to his heavy wind, and then he follows up with a Dozer. Okay, let's see how we do here. I ban the Dozer because that's a one-shot, and I don't have any real answers to the one-shot, especially if he goes after the Triana, so I just don't want to deal with a one-shot. I'd rather take my chances having to two-shot me, at least use a couple turns, give me a chance. So that was my thought there. They ban the Perna because it's Perna. It's a problem. It's a healer, it's damage, it's all that stuff. So we'll slow this down or speed this up as needed. He goes with the defense break on the Orion. I get the Antares proc. Not a lot happens. Not a lot of stun, so no big deal there. The Sierra Bomb does some work, but look at that. Do you see the Antares? Man, he's good. Like, the change is basically like, if you don't have Diana, you probably need to have Antares, because it is a direct Diana nerf, in my opinion. Because he'll catch her out of form. Not every time, but he's an option. Before, there was not really anything you could do to prevent her from going infinite on you, and now there is. I mean, his percentage proc before was somewhat low, but now it gets better and better. I don't know the exact numbers, but you have a better chance of interrupting her when she goes on and on and on. So pretty happy about that. So now we've got a locked-in human form monster, which in my mind means go all in. She's slow. She's locked in. Let's go get her. He gets the nice stun there. I get another proc. Look at that good damage. Passing time, so she's hanging tough. I Fairy Blessing here for the immunity, not the heal. Because obviously I can't heal my Triana, but I need immunity. There's bombs coming. There's problems. She dies anyway, so maybe not the best call. Get another proc. And that's a dead Diana. Like, not even normal Diana. Like, doesn't even feel like a threat when you have Antares. So, conversely, if you're a Diana owner, I mean, Antares might be pretty close to a must ban. Like, would you rather fight a Perna or an Antares as a Diana owner? That used to be a silly joke. Now it is a reasonable question to ask. Alright, we get another proc there. We're just going after that Raccoon. I'll show you the builds. Oh, I guess I can show you the builds. This is all pre-recorded video. So now we're good here. Everything's good. We got the unit lead. We're dealing with supports. There's no damage. I have a healer and then a self-healing procathon unit. So get that win there. Moving on to match 2. Make sure I get the right match here. Kenzo, I believe. Yep. So I was planning to do a bunch of matches. This is yesterday's matches. I was planning to do a bunch of matches, but I won like 4 or 5 in a row, and I was like, okay, that's enough. I don't want to risk getting into the rank where, all the ridiculous players are. And stop. So, what we did here is they opened with the Fran, so good job you. I approve of that. That was smart. I went with the Triana Verd. I think if I don't get Fran, I kind of need Triana, though I think Raccoon is also a good choice. I just need healing. I need healing, and my options are Fran, Raccoon, Triana, basically. So yeah, gotta get a healer, in my opinion. I go Verd because Verd into Fran is decent, and my Verd is really well ruined. He goes Azaria Frigate, which, he's countering the Verd, which is fine. I go Rakuni just to get that 3-star in there, and then Aegir because Aegir's really well ruined. Really well ruined. There we go. Aegir is well ruined and counters a lot of the stuff he's doing, you know, the immunity and all that. So I feel comfortable with that. He goes double water to end with Abigail Camilla, so Sierra is a great counter to anything water, and Camilla's in particular. So get a look at the bans. Sierra and the Frigate. I banned the Frigate because I'm worried about the cooldowns. I just don't like that. I don't like the stuns. And that bar boost is so good. Plus, I mean, as far as I can tell, that's the defense break. I guess Abigail has a big defense break, but anyway, he worries me, so we ban him out. I was hesitant. I remember being hesitant about that ban. I was like, I don't know. Here comes the Fran, pretty fast. Camilla gets to work. Zarya misses her sleep, which is nice for me. Fatal Extinction Bullet. This is the bar decrease. We get a counter. No effect, though. We heal into the immunity because, oh my gosh, we need immunity. And we're going after Fran, right? Because they're all water, and my Verd is going to be most effective against the Fran. Also, I think the Fran is the biggest problem for me because it's the immunity, the heals, all that stuff. So if I can get rid of the Fran, I feel pretty good. So that's the plan. The plan is Fran. And I'm really liking the Verd Rakuni combo. Because if you don't get a proc, Rakuni can give you more Verd, and then Verd gives you more Rakuni, and round you go. So it's pretty nice. Let me speed this up a tad. Looking pretty good here on the Fran. You can see from the bars, things are going pretty well. The Camilla's clearly destroy, because I'm getting a little bit destroyed. Now I'm going to the Abigail. The Abigail's the defense break, and I just don't like it. I don't trust what it'll do to me. Abigail's down. We're looking great. Probably just outrun this guy. Camilla's not a great pick in general. Like, if you have a 5-star slot, I don't think Camilla brings enough to the table in this format. All right, there's my normal first pick. This one's fun. We get a Verd Garo, which I think is cool. And we'll pause it here. I counter with more of the units that I can use. The other main strategy I really like in 20-star is, can you open up 2 5-stars to end? Like, if you pick first, finishing with double 5-star is really strong because you have, in general, more power than your opponent. So I like to open Fran, try to get that Rakuni and get double 5-stars, just because I think it's great. So against his team, I see a lot of really squishy nukers with turn cycling in the Verd, and turn cycling in the Orion, whereas I've got some firepower, so to speak, with the Vanessa Perna. And I like Vanessa Perna a lot. I know I'm gonna have to deal with some units like the Susano or whatever, but I feel pretty good about it. So let's take a look. Susano lead, which I think is cool with the Orion. It's pretty neat. But he still doesn't get it. That to me is it's a little bit of an issue, but I mean, I have the Vanessa lead, so it's not unexpected, but that just means his Susano is weaker than my Fran in terms of speed runes. They're going after my Perna hard, gets the nice stun. I'm going after Verd because, oh my gosh, Verd, you're so mean. He gone. So feel good to have Verd down. And now I'm trying to think targets. I think the Garo is my best target because all my fire units can do damage. I've got the triple hit from Fran and the possible Rakuni proccing into someone else, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. I set up the Fran kill, thank goodness, and now we're just looking at 2 units. The Susano keeps bringing the pain, but I feel pretty good against a Susano with the units I have here. Nice little slicing wind, but my Vanessa's a little bit tanky. We get the heal, and that's that. So I guess I talk more about the setup than the actual game, but that's sometimes how it goes. You know, the thought process behind the match can sometimes almost predetermine the match before you get into it. All right, we'll stop at the pick ban. This is another cool combo from this guy. So this is, unfortunately, he has a 5-star unit to end, so that's not a great sign for him. And I know I'm leaving the 5-star unit, right? Like, it's a 5-star. It's easier to kill, so I'm going to leave it. It is the attack buff, but to me, that's okay. I opened with my Fran, then they countered with the Orion Inu, I don't know, that thing, Anubis, Wind Commune. So then I go, okay, I'm going to do my double immunity, double 3-star, so I can get double 5-star at the end. And I went with Vanessa Pony. I don't know if that was the way to go, Amelia, you know? But I see a lot of stuff, like he wants to maybe land, I don't know. This is probably not the best pick. He's trying to land Brand, he's trying to land Defense Break. I'm thinking, okay, permanent immunity is pretty good. If I ban out the Fae, I have a high chance of just tanking out things with immunity if he doesn't ban the Amelia. I mean, in retrospect, it's probably not the best pick, just because it doesn't bring any threats, and he brings all threats. So he might be able to concentrate his 3 threats into 1 unit, one at a time, and nuke me down. But that's what I went with him, trying new stuff. They banned the Triana, which is nice. I ban the Fae. We get our immunity up. I stay as a pony because we have immunity. So already it's paid off a little bit. I mean, though it's just the Fran, we didn't get Orion. We're going after that 5-star because apparently that's what I want to do. But we don't defense break the water unit because that's not going to happen. So let's hit something we can hit. We'll try to kill that Perna. He's all about that double revive. So we don't have any horrible things happen from Orion, but we know we've got a harmless prank coming next turn, so I switch back into a unicorn. Probably should have defense buffed there just to give me a little bit more oomph, but I'm worried I'm going to get some sort of debuff and I'll need to cleanse it, maybe a stun or something. There's the stun. So yeah, I'm going to cleanse that mess. Every time I think I should do defense buff without a cleanse, I'm wrong. I should always wait until I need a cleanse. I'm going to like bookmark that spot of this video and come back and watch it every time I screw up. So he's decided Nessa's a threat, which is reasonable. She's basically my only DPS. But she's also a little bit tanky, so we'll see. I'm all in on this Perna. I want the Perna to die. Die. Perna's dead. Going after Inunu. We know he's coming back. I don't really know much more about him other than that. He just comes back. So we'll let him come back. Especially when it chains into a little Vanessa action. Nice defense break on the water unit. And now we're going to kill this dude. Hopefully. Yeah, he's got double bar buff, which is kind of neat. But he's down to 1 threat, which I feel pretty good about. No, Amelia. Oh, wait, she's back. With attack buff. Beware. So there goes the Inunu. And now we have the last match of the set. Maramune. He opens Fran, as per usual. And let's take a look. So, I go Rakuni and Triana. So another little note that I really like about Special League is if you don't get one of the 3 stars you need, first pick, you kind of got to get it second pick, or you get crunched for stars by the end of the match. I really think bringing 1 3-star every match is important because that opens up a 5-star slot. Otherwise, you're stuck with all 4 stars, which isn't horrible, but I think having a 5-star at your disposal is always good. So that's why if I don't get Fran, I'm taking Rakuni. My Rakuni's runes are not great. I kind of ruined him up for this league. But, you know, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Okay, so he goes Fran. I go Rakuni, Triana. So I have all the healing I'll need, right? He has some healing. He has immunity. He goes Garo, Verd, a nice little combo when protected by immunity. So I go double water, which my Aegir is wanting. I want to use my Aegir against Fran's anyway, and I really want to use him against Verds and Garo because he's got the bar reduce, the brand, all that good stuff. So I'm pretty happy to get that. But I also go with the Josephine. I'm like, okay, I need water to deal with this stuff. And he's got immunity, so maybe now I've got 2 immunity removal units, which I'm going to need if there's immunity. I don't want to deal with a Garo and a Verd that I can't stun or defense break or whatever. And then he counters with Hrelsvag, I think, the Wind Barb, and Beta, which is cool. Beta's cool. So he's got the buff removal from the Beta and the speed attack, double attack buff, 1 from Fran, 1 from Hrelsvag. And then the brand from Hrelsvag. And I counter with Antares because Garo Verd turn cycling. That's just my thought. I don't know. I like him. He's good. And plus he's fire. I needed fire. So there we go. Let's take a look. He bans out the Aegir. I ban out, can I remember? The Verd. I was thinking, okay, I brought the anti-Verd, but I don't think I trust Verd to not be obnoxious. So I just ban it because I want a semi-equal amount of turns. Though Garo would have been a good choice as well, I think. But I know I'm getting blue DPS, right? So I need to leave in something to kill. Maybe the Hrelsvag is the ban. I don't know. But anyway, I know I got to kill Garo because the longer the match, the more horrible Garo gets. So it's like I'm selling out my entire match on being able to kill Garo, right? You just got to... Sometimes you just got to do it. You just pick your target and go get it. So I'm going to live and die by how my Garo attack strategy goes. Oh, wait. There goes Antares. He did such a good job. This match. The issue there, I think, is he was not able to get any effective turns when the opponent didn't have immunity, right? It was just too quick. They burned him down like rapid fire. So he set up a nice little stun, almost dead Garo. But look, that was my favorite part of the match. When his stun set me up to kill Garo because I got another turn off the Josephine gaining a turn off the stun. That was great. I was happy about that. So Garo's down. Garo's back. And Garo's full healed. Thanks, Fran. You're so great. I love when you full heal units that are basically dead. Appreciate you. So I'm like, oh man, I'm feeling bad here, right? I'm against a full health team. I'm down a unit. To some, I don't have a DPS. My Josephine is crit damage and built that way on purpose. I've got the Antares lead, so she's pretty close to full crit. She's full crit on fire, right? So she's my DPS. I'm like, Garo, you need to die. We get the double hit, we get the triple hit, boom, done. So here's what I learned about Garo. If he's revived and before he gets a turn, he does not have his passive. His passive is on cooldown. It's like it's already happened. So that was nice to learn. I was like, wait, oh, cool. So learned that time. But, you know, some of like that kill and the other kill, I mean, that wasn't me being good or smart. That was a little bit RNG, right? Like he happened to stun, so I got a turn, or, you know, I got a proc, or I got whatever. Like not exactly me planning, it just kind of worked. So it was nice, but it wasn't a pro move or anything like that. So now what we're doing now is we're just wailing on Railsveg with Josephine's first skill. Her first skill doesn't glance. So she's like a Leica with her first skill. You use her second skill, she's going to glance. She might not taunt. But that's our DPS. We're just going to wail on his DPS with our first skill over and over and over until the threat is gone. And now we move on to Fran. That shield's so good. I love that shield. It's so good. She gets so many turns. And Fran's down. Hey, Garo's back. Bye, Garo. And now we're on you. So that's how that went. Those were like 5 matches that led into Conk. I mean, early on, look, I played 25 matches total. But Special League, my win rate's usually a little bit better than regular. Various reasons. In past, I've built specifically for it, which I think sometimes people don't want to de-rune units for Special League. In this league in particular, my units are all ruined basically for 20 star. It's just that's how I've been playing regular arena. So it's really handy that all my best runes are already on my 4 stars and a 3 star. But yeah, so we're at 1.9%. So that would not be good enough probably for Guardian in a regular season. You know, they go by rank now, 2,500. So that would be good enough. But 1.9% probably not good enough. And yeah, we're Conqueror. The ranks are really tight together. So like Conk 2 is like 1,300. Conk 3 is 1,350. And Guardian's 1,400. So in my experience in years past, if you get to 1,400, you get Guardian. I mean, last time I was 1,431, a little higher. But yeah, the Special League's quick. And there's the rewards. There's no real rewards to it. You know, every 2 seasons or every 3 seasons, you can buy a skin. So that's kind of it. So, you know, if you're interested and you have fun with this, not a horrible idea to push. We didn't get any cleaves this time. There's a lot of cleaves out there just because people want to crank through their swords. My win rate isn't great against cleaves, but it's okay. So we'll take a look at some of those cleaves later maybe. And then my best ever ranking, I played quite a bit of Special League and ended G2, so I was pretty happy with that. Anyway, that's the breakdown of a few 20-star fights. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll catch you in the next one. We'll do some more, probably some more Special League in the next one as well. So take care, everybody.